Hello, coin enthusiasts! Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of top 7 first-time the 1946 Lincoln Wheat Penny, specifically the ones without a mint mark, also known as Philadelphia minted pennies. These small 1-cent coins might seem ordinary at first glance, but for collectors and history buffs, they hold a unique place in the story of American coinage. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a casual collector, understanding the history, design, and current value of these coins can make your collection even more exciting. The 1946 Wheat Penny was minted just after the end of World War II, during a period of economic transition and renewed national optimism. Philadelphia, as the largest mint facility at the time, produced the majority of pennies without using a mint mark. The absence of a mint mark indicates that these coins were struck in Philadelphia, as opposed to Denver or San Francisco, which used D and S marks respectively. The Lincoln Wheat Penny itself was first introduced in 1909, to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Its reverse design, featuring 2 stalks of wheat framing the denomination, became iconic and remained in circulation until 1958. The 1946 edition was part of a long post-war minting run, and millions of these coins entered everyday circulation, making them common but still interesting for collectors. Let's take a closer look at the design. The obverse features Abraham Lincoln's portrait facing right, designed by Victor David Brenner. Above Lincoln is the famous motto, "In God We Trust," while the word liberty is stamped to the left of his profile and the date 1946 is to the right. On the reverse, you'll find the wheat ears encircling the words 1 cent and United States of America. The motto EPLURABUSUNUM sits at the top. Though the design is simple, its elegance and historical significance make it timeless. One detail collectors often check is the strike quality and metal content, as pennies from this era are composed primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 1.5 billion 1946 pennies, which makes the coin fairly common in circulated condition. However, high-grade examples in uncirculated or mint state condition are harder to find and much more desirable. Key factors affecting rarity include luster, strike clarity, and any post-mint damage. Collectors often seek coins with sharp detail in Lincoln's hair and beard, as well as well-defined wheat stalks on the reverse. Now let's talk about value. For a 1946 Philadelphia Wheat Penny in average circulated condition, the coin is typically worth around 10 to 25 cents. However, coins in fine or extremely fine condition can command $1 to $3. If you're lucky enough to have an uncirculated 1946 penny, also called MS-60, MS-65, the value can range from $5 to $15, depending on the quality and collector demand. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC with high grades may sell for even more. Special errors or varieties can increase the value significantly. For instance, coins with die cracks, off-center strikes, or doubled dies are highly collectible and can fetch hundreds of dollars in certain cases. If you're hunting for a 1946 Wheat Penny, here are a few tips. Check circulation, look for coins in old change jars or rolls. Even worn coins are valuable for completing a collection. Inspect condition. Use magnification to examine the details of Lincoln's profile and the wheat ears. Look for errors. Unique variations can be worth much more than standard coins. Avoid cleaning. Cleaning can drastically reduce value. Collectors prefer original surfaces. The 1946 Wheat Penny without a mint mark is more than just a 1-cent coin, it's a piece of American history. From its post-war context to its timeless design and potential collector value, it's an essential coin for any Lincoln Wheat Penny collection. Whether you're a casual hobbyist or a serious numismatist, understanding the details of this coin can make collecting more enjoyable and rewarding. Remember, even the smallest coin can tell the largest story, so check your change, you might have a piece of history right in your pocket. Next time, what if I told you that a simple old penny from 1951, the kind many people ignore or spend without thinking, could actually be worth much more than 1 cent today? In this video, we are going to explore the complete history, background, and real market value of the 1951 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark. This coin may look ordinary, but its history, metal content, condition, and rare varieties make it very interesting for collectors all over the world. So watch this video till the end, because you might already have this valuable coin in your pocket, drawer, or old coin collection. History of the Lincoln Wheat Penny. The Lincoln Wheat Penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real historical person instead of a symbolic figure. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, and it remained in circulation until 1958. On the front, we see Abraham Lincoln's portrait, while on the back, two wheat stalks surround the words 1 cent United States of America. These wheat ears symbolize prosperity and strength, which is why collectors today call these coins wheat pennies. Classical 1951 wheat penny, no mint mark meaning. The 1951 wheat penny with no mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not place a mint mark on coins at that time. In 1951, the United States was recovering from World War II, and coin production was very active. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 1.1 billion pennies that year, making this coin fairly common in circulation. However, common does not mean worthless. The true value of this coin depends on condition, color, and errors, which we will explain in detail. Gear metal composition and physical details. The 1951 wheat penny is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin, giving it real intrinsic metal value. Each coin weighs 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19. Because of its high copper content, even damaged or worn examples are worth more than 1 cent today. As copper prices rise, the base value of these older pennies continues to increase, making them attractive to collectors and investors alike. Magnifying glass tilted left design details you should know. On the obverse front of the coin, Abraham Lincoln faces right, with the words "In God We Trust" above his head. The word liberty appears to the left, and the year 1951 is shown on the right. On the reverse back, two wheat stalks curve along the edges, with 1 cent and United States of America in the center, and EPLURBUSUNUM at the top. Sharp details, clear lettering, and strong wheat lines significantly increase the coin's value. Money bag. Today's market value of 1951 wheat penny, no mint mark. Now let's talk about what really matters, value. In circulated condition, meaning the coin has wear and has been used in everyday transactions, a 1951 wheat penny without a mint mark is usually worth 10 cents to 50 cents. If the coin is still in nice condition with readable details, it may reach $1. In uncirculated condition, where the coin has no wear and still shows mint luster, the value increases dramatically. A mint state, MS63 to MS65 example can be worth $5 to $25, and high-grade red copper RD coins can sell for $50 or more at auction. Police car light rare errors that increase value big time. Some 1951 wheat pennies are valuable because of mint errors. These include double die errors, doubling on date or letters, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, lamination errors, broad strikes. Error coins can sell anywhere from $50 to several $100s depending on how visible and dramatic the error is. These coins are highly sought after by collectors, and finding one can truly be exciting. Direct hit color matters, red, brown, and brown. Collectors also judge wheat pennies by their color. Red RD, original bright copper color, most valuable. Red-brown RB, partial original color. Brown BN, fully aged copper, least valuable. A 1951 penny with strong red color and no wear can be worth many times more than a brown circulated example. Chart increasing collector demand and long-term potential. Even though the 1951 wheat penny is not extremely rare, it is part of a classic American coin series that collectors love. Demand remains strong because wheat pennies are affordable, historical, and easy to collect by date. Over time, high-quality examples continue to rise in value, especially as fewer remain in top condition. Brain final thoughts. The 1951 Lincoln wheat penny with no mint mark is a perfect example of how history, metal value, and condition come together to create collector interest. While most examples are affordable, well-preserved coins and rare errors can be worth real money today. Never clean your old pennies, always store them properly, and if you think you have a rare example, consider professional grading. Next time. Today we are exploring one of the most interesting and collectible coins in American numismatic history, the 1952 Lincoln wheat penny. This small 1-cent coin may look ordinary at first glance, but for collectors it represents an important chapter in U.S. coinage. Struck during the post-World War II era, the 1952 wheat penny carries historical significance, copper value, and collector demand that continues to grow in today's market. What is a wheat penny? The Lincoln Wheat Penny series was introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. circulating coin to feature a real historical person. The wheat penny design continued until 1958, making the 1952 issue part of the final decade of this beloved series, meaning of the mint mark. The D mint mark on the 1952 wheat penny indicates that it was struck at the Denver Mint. The mint mark appears just below the date on the obverse side of the coin. Denver was one of the most active U.S. mints during the 1950s, producing millions of coins to meet growing economic demand across the country. Obverse design details. On the front of the coin, we see a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. The inscriptions include "In God We Trust" at the top, "Liberty" on the left, and the date 1952 with the D mint mark beneath it. Brenner's initials, VDB, appear subtly on the shoulder of Lincoln's coat. Reverse design wheat ears. The reverse side displays two curved wheat ears, symbolizing prosperity and agricultural strength. Between the wheat stalks are the words 1 cent and United States of America with EPLURIBUSUNUM at the top. This classic wheat design is one of the most recognized coin backs in U.S. history. Metal composition. The 1952 D wheat penny is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This gives the coin a solid copper appearance and weight of 3.11 grams. Because of its high copper content, even worn examples have intrinsic metal value, especially during times of high copper prices. Mintage and availability. The Denver Mint produced approximately 746 million wheat pennies in 1952. Because of this large mintage, the 1952 D penny is not rare in circulated condition, but high-grade uncirculated coins are much harder to find today, especially those with original red copper color. Circulated coin value today. In today's market, a circulated 1952 D wheat penny typically sells for 3 cents to 10 cents, depending on condition. Coins with heavy wear, scratches, or discoloration remain common, but they are still collected by beginners and bulk wheat penny buyers. Uncirculated and mint state value. An uncirculated 1952 D wheat penny can be worth significantly more. In mint state, MS63 to MS65 condition, prices range from $1 to $8. Coins graded MS66 or higher, especially with full red luster, can sell for $25 to over $100 at auction. Color designations: brown, red, brown, red. Collectors classify wheat pennies by color. Brown BN coins are fully oxidized, red-brown RB coins retain partial luster, and red RD coins show bright original copper color. Red examples of the 1952 D penny are the most desirable and valuable. Valuable errors and varieties. Some 1952 D wheat pennies feature mint errors which can greatly increase value. These include off-center strikes, die cracks, double die details, and clipped planchets. Depending on the error type and condition, such coins can sell for $50 to several $100s. Historical context of 1952. The year 1952 was part of the early Cold War era. The United States was rebuilding its economy after World War II, and coin production was vital for everyday commerce. Millions of Americans carried wheat pennies in their pockets, making coins like the 1952 D a true piece of daily American life. Collector demand today. Today, wheat pennies are highly popular among collectors worldwide, including beginners and advanced numismatists. Many collectors aim to complete full wheat penny sets by date and mint mark, which keeps steady demand for coins like the 1952 D. How to check your coin's value. If you own a 1952 D wheat penny, examine its condition, color, and errors under good lighting. Avoid cleaning the coin, as cleaning can reduce its value. Professional grading by services like PCGS or NGC can significantly increase market trust and resale price. In conclusion, the 1952 D Lincoln wheat penny may not be extremely rare, but it holds strong historical importance and collectible value. Whether worth a few cents or over $100, this coin reminds us that even small change can carry big stories. Always check your old pennies carefully, because history, value, and opportunity may be hiding right in your pocket. If you want, I can also. Next time today we are diving deep into one of the most interesting and often misunderstood coins in American history, the 1956 D Lincoln wheat penny. At first glance, this 1-cent coin may look ordinary, something you might have seen thousands of times. But for collectors, history lovers, and smart investors, this small copper coin tells a powerful story. In today's market, certain examples of the 1956 D wheat penny can be worth far more than face value, and in rare conditions they can bring surprising prices in US dollars. What is the 1956 D Wheat Penny? The 1956 D Wheat Penny is part of the famous Lincoln Wheat Cent series, minted from 1909 to 1958. The letter D mint mark indicates that this coin was produced at the Denver Mint. This was one of the final years of wheat penny production, making it historically significant. Just 2 years later, in 1959, the reverse design would change forever to the Lincoln Memorial, ending the wheat era. Historical background of 1956. The year 1956 was a major period in American history. The United States was experiencing post-World War II economic growth, Cold War tensions, and rapid industrial expansion. Coins like the 1956 D Wheat Penny were used daily by millions of Americans, passing through hands during a time of optimism and global change. These pennies helped fuel commerce during one of the most important decades of the 20th century. Design details, front and back. On the obverse or front of the coin, we see the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor D. Brenner. Lincoln's image symbolizes unity, freedom, and strength. The reverse side features 2 wheat ears surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America. This wheat design represents prosperity and agricultural abundance, which is why collectors still love it today. Composition and weight. The 1956 D Wheat Penny is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin. It weighs 3.11 grams, which is heavier than modern pennies. Because of its high copper content, the coin's metal value alone adds interest, especially during times when copper prices rise. This is another reason why wheat pennies remain popular worldwide. Mintage numbers. Is it rare? The Denver Mint produced approximately 1.1 billion wheat pennies in 1956. Because of this high mintage, the coin is not considered rare in circulated condition. However, rarity in coin collecting is not only about mintage, condition, color, and errors play a huge role in determining value. Today's market value. Circulated coins. In today's market, a circulated 1956 D Wheat Penny typically sells for 3 cents to 10 cents USD depending on condition. While this may seem small, many collectors enjoy stacking wheat pennies in bulk. For beginners, this coin is an affordable and historical entry point into coin collecting, uncirculated and mint state value. Uncirculated examples of the 1956 D Wheat Penny are where the value starts to rise. Coins graded MS63 to MS65 can sell for $5 to $25 USD. Coins with strong luster, sharp details, and minimal marks are highly desirable, especially when professionally graded. Red, brown, and brown color grades. Collectors pay close attention to color. Wheat pennies are classified as brown BN, red-brown RB, or red RD. A fully red 1956 D penny in high mint state can be worth $50 to $150 or more. The brighter the original copper color, the higher the demand and price. Rare errors and varieties. Some 1956 D Wheat pennies contain mint errors that can dramatically increase value. These include off-center strikes, die cracks, doubled dies, and clipped planchets. Error coins can sell for $100 to several $1,000s depending on rarity and condition. Always check your coin carefully before spending it. Why collectors still want this coin? The 1956 D Wheat Penny represents the end of an era. As one of the last wheat cents ever produced, it holds sentimental and historical value. Many collectors aim to complete full wheat penny sets, and the 1956 D is an essential piece of that puzzle. Investment potential over time. While this coin won't make you rich overnight, high-grade examples continue to rise in value slowly over time. As more coins are damaged or lost, surviving mint state examples become more desirable. Long-term collectors see wheat pennies as a safe and educational investment. How to identify a valuable 1956 D penny. To identify a valuable example, look for sharp lettering, strong wheat lines, full Lincoln details, original red color, and the clear D mint mark below the date. Avoid cleaned coins, as cleaning can destroy collector value instantly. Global interest and collector demand. Even outside the United States, especially in countries like Pakistan, India, and the Middle East, American wheat pennies are popular among collectors. Their copper content, age, and historical importance make them attractive worldwide. In conclusion, the 1956 D Lincoln Wheat Penny may be small, but its history, design, and collector appeal make it a fascinating coin. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced collector, this penny deserves attention. So the next time you see an old wheat penny, don't ignore it. You might be holding a piece of American history worth far more than 1 cent. Next up today, we are exploring one of the most popular and widely collected coins in American numismatics, the 1957 D Lincoln Wheat Penny. At first glance, this coin may look ordinary, but its history, minting story, and collectible value make it very special. Many people still find this penny in old collections, piggy banks, and inherited coin jars, and the big question is, how much is it worth today? Stay with us until the end, because some versions of this coin can be worth far more than face value. The Wheat Penny, officially known as the Lincoln Wheat Cent, was produced from 1909 to 1958. It features 2 wheat stalks on the reverse side, symbolizing prosperity and agricultural strength in the United States. The 1957 D penny is especially important because it comes from the final years of the Wheat Penny series, just 1 year before the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. The D mint mark on the 1957 Wheat Penny stands for the Denver Mint. Coins struck in Denver were known for strong strikes and high production numbers. In 1957, the Denver Mint played a major role in supplying pennies for everyday commerce across America, which is why many of these coins still exist today. In 1957, the Denver Mint produced approximately 1.05 billion pennies. That is a massive number, making the 1957 D Wheat Penny a common date coin. However, high mintage does not mean the coin is worthless. Condition, color, and rarity of errors can dramatically increase its value. The obverse of the coin features President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner. The reverse displays 2 wheat ears framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. The coin is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin, weighing 3.11 grams, which gives it intrinsic copper value as well. The year 1957 was a fascinating time in American history. The Cold War was ongoing, the space race had begun with Sputnik, and America was rapidly expanding its economy. The 1957 D Wheat Penny circulated during a period of growth, optimism, and technological change, making it a small but powerful artifact of mid-20th century America. In circulated condition, most 1957 D Wheat Pennies are worth between 3 cents to 10 cents, depending on wear and copper prices. Coins that are heavily worn, dark, or damaged usually stay at the lower end of this range. Even so, many collectors enjoy keeping them because they are real pieces of history. The real value appears in uncirculated or mint-state coins. A 1957 D Wheat Penny in MS63 condition can be worth around $1 to $3, while higher grades like MS65 Red can sell for $10 to $30 or more. Coins with bright red color and sharp details are especially desirable. Collectors classify copper coins into 3 color categories: red RD, red-brown RB, and brown BN. Red coins are the most valuable because they retain their original mint luster. A fully red 1957 D Wheat Penny in top condition can bring surprisingly strong prices at auctions. Some 1957 D Wheat Pennies are worth much more due to mint errors. These include off-center strikes, double die errors, repunched mint marks, clipped planchets, and die cracks. Error coins can sell for $50, $100, or even several $100s depending on rarity and condition. High-grade examples of the 1957 D Wheat Penny have sold at professional coin auctions for hundreds of dollars when certified by grading services like PCGS or NGC. While it is not a $1 million coin, it remains a favorite among collectors because of its affordability and historical importance. Collectors love this coin because it represents the end of an era. As one of the last wheat pennies ever minted, the 1957 D holds nostalgic and symbolic value. It is often included in complete wheat penny collections and beginner coin albums. To determine value, check your coin's condition, color, mint mark, and possible errors. Use a magnifying glass, weigh the coin, and compare it with verified examples. For higher value coins, professional grading is strongly recommended. If your 1957 D Wheat Penny is heavily circulated, it may not bring much money today. However, if it is uncirculated, bright red, or has an error, it could be worth selling or holding for future appreciation. Copper prices and collector demand continue to rise. In conclusion, the 1957 D Wheat Penny may seem common, but it carries deep historical value and real market worth. From a few cents to hundreds of dollars, its value depends on condition and rarity. Always check your old pennies carefully, you never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching and happy coin hunting. New time today, we are going to explore one of the most interesting and final coins of an era, the 1958 D Lincoln Wheat Penny. This 1 cent coin may look small, but it carries a big story, historical importance, and surprising value in today's collector market. Many people still find these pennies in old jars or collections without realizing what they could be worth. What is a wheat penny? The Lincoln Wheat Penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. On the reverse side, 2 wheat stalks surround the words 1 cent and United States of America. This design remained until 1958, making the 1958 issue the last wheat penny ever produced. Meaning of the 1958 D Mint mark. The D Mint mark on the 1958 wheat penny means it was produced at the Denver Mint. Denver was known for striking large numbers of coins with strong details. The mint mark appears below the date on the obverse side. For collectors, mint marks are very important because they affect rarity and value. Historical importance of 1958. The year 1958 is extremely important in U.S. coin history because it marked the end of the Wheat Penny series. In 1959, the reverse design changed to the Lincoln Memorial. Because of this, many collectors consider the 1958 D penny a farewell coin to a nearly 50-year-long design. Design details. On the front of the coin, Abraham Lincoln faces right with the words "In God We Trust" at the top, "Liberty" on the left, and the date with the D Mint mark on the right. The reverse shows 2 clean wheat ears, symbolizing America's agricultural strength. The simple yet classic design is loved by collectors worldwide. Metal composition. The 1958 D Wheat Penny is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin. Because of its high copper content, the coin weighs about 3.11 grams. As copper prices rise, even common wheat pennies have gained attention, though collector value depends more on condition than metal alone. Mintage numbers. The Denver Mint produced approximately 800 million 1958 D Wheat Pennies. While this sounds like a large number, many coins were heavily circulated, damaged, or melted over time. Finding one today in high-grade condition is much harder than finding a worn example. Condition and grading. Coin value depends greatly on condition. A heavily circulated 1958 D Wheat Penny may show flat wheat lines and worn lettering. However, coins graded mint state MS65 or higher can be extremely valuable. Red-colored coins with original luster are especially desirable to collectors, today's market value. In today's market, a circulated 1958 D Wheat Penny may be worth 5 cents to 25 cents, but uncirculated examples can range from $5 to $20. High-grade red mint state coins have sold for $50, $100, or even more depending on professional grading and eye appeal. Rare errors and varieties. Some 1958 D Wheat Pennies become valuable due to mint errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, doubled letters, or clipped planchets. These error coins can be worth hundreds of dollars. Always inspect your coins closely using a magnifying glass. Collector demand. Because the 1958 D penny is the last wheat penny, demand remains strong among collectors trying to complete Lincoln cent sets. New collectors often start with wheat pennies because they are affordable, historical, and easy to understand. Why people miss its value. Many people ignore wheat pennies because they look common. However, condition, color, and rarity factors can change everything. A shiny red 1958 D penny stored properly for decades can be worth far more than expected. Storage and care tips. If you find a 1958 D wheat penny, never clean it. Cleaning damages the surface and reduces value. Store it in a coin flip or capsule away from moisture and heat. Proper storage can protect its value for years to come. Investment versus hobby. While wheat pennies should not replace major investments, they are a great long-term collectible. Their historical significance and copper content make them attractive to both hobbyists and small investors. Conclusion. In conclusion, the 1958 D Lincoln Wheat Penny is more than just 1 cent. It represents the end of a classic American coin design and holds real value in today's market. If you have one, check its condition carefully. You might be holding a small piece of history worth far more than you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more rare coin stories.